Hey everybody. Sorry I had to quickly take care of something. So how is everybody today? Now then, let us get right into the madness. Did my hotkey work? No, it did not. Oh well. No big deal. Hey, pal. Hey, Universin. How are y'all? I am doing great. Living, laughing, loving, and all that other crap. Okay. So I got me some new maps to fill out all of this. I believe that one was just a twofer. And yeah. I wanted some different paintings to kind of fit this environment. Should work out. I'm just going to stick everything in here so that I can very quickly get all of this organized. So, what has everybody been doing today? I heard about Universin. Heard about his current situation, shall we say. Seems pretty bad, not gonna lie. Wait. 25, okay, good. 23, 22. Actually, I want to get these. This is what, 26? Okay. Sorry, got to get these paintings all organized. There we go. Okay, so that's one. So that's 7. I forget how big this one is. I want to say it's a 3 by something. So I'm just going to throw it around here and see if it fits. Oh, it's a 3 by 4. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. No? Not that one either. There we go. That one. That's looking better. Yeah. Okay, so it's a 3 by 3. That explains it. Yeah. That's wonderful. It's not going to stay there. I just wanted to kind of lay it out just because it looks so good. Or no, this is a... yeah, it is a 4 by 3. Okay. Well, poop. Cannot keep it straight what I'm working with. Okay, so this isn't gonna rest here. I've got a better one for it. It's the wrong aspect ratio or whatever. I instead wanted it to be up here, because I thought it would look wonderful with framing the back of this armor stand here. Too busy petting your cat. Recommend storing maps in bundles. Nobody tell him. Yeah, about that. Universin. There has been a tragedy. Well, not really. It's not a tragedy. It's the opposite of a tragedy. It's a wondrous discovery. Bundles are dead. Hey, Dark Meta. How are you? Yeah, bundles have been officially kecked by Mojang themselves. Bundles are not... Bundles ain't coming home. They went to the drugstore and like... Well, you know how that goes. Okay, cool. Bundles went out to get milk and never came home. And so, unfortunately for bundles and bundle enthusiasts, such as, you know, whoever the hell it was that liked the idea of bundles. Oh shit, okay, so this is my 3x4. Yeah, bundles have officially been bungled and are not going to be in the game. They're dead. And really, it's not a loss. Like, it is just... it's whatever. Bundles never came off to me as the sort of thing that Mojang knew what they were doing. Ah, perfect. Yeah, that's just a very unfortunate kind of, you know, a victim of another Mojangification, you know? They put something in, they plan something, and they don't think about it hard enough. They don't know what they're doing. They're just like, yeah, that sounds cool. Let's put that in there. And it falls to pieces. Okay, so I'm going to very quickly see if this is a 3x4 or 3x3 or what. Okay, so these three are something different. Good, good, good. So I saw this one. It's an Aurora Borealis. And I know it doesn't look like it, but just trust me, it's amazing. So if it goes like this. Is that not just breathtaking? Imagine, you know, it's your first time walking through here. You've been blown away by all the shit in the gallery down there. You got masterpieces next to the fucking flaming skull painting from Minecraft, you know. And you go over this way and you see, holy shit. You're not meant to see that one from here, by the way. That's why I put these here. You're meant to see it from down here, flanked by an armor stand. Sort of like the armor stand itself is, I've got to go get the pieces. I just suddenly realized I don't have the armor. Here we are. You fool, read my chat. Hi, lol. Well, I did. Here we go. Oh, wait. Let me... 1, 2, 3. There. Now I have it all assembled. Much better. So yeah, you will see it from down here, like so. So it's like a powerful figure standing in front of the painting, almost like a green screen kind of effect. That was what I was going for with this. You know, you got this powerful sort of like the bursting dawn, the Milky Way galaxy behind it. And then a powerful, obviously a statue. This is the closest we got to statues in Minecraft. And yeah, it's meant to sort of inspire, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I may as well go around and clothe all the armor stands hither and yon. Howdy, Mr. Tree. How is everybody? How are you? I've been getting distracted again with putting all this there we go. Swedish cucumber. Hey, Kenshi. Hey, everybody. Okay, so I'll fill this room in shortly. I hate that armor stands really hit the frame rate. I do also, however, want some here. I think they just look really cool. I'm kind of sad we don't have arms, like in Bedrock. That's actually not a bad addition. It's really just a shame we just don't have that yet. Maybe if Mojang wants the parody that they apparently want, maybe they'll add that. Who's to say? Can't wait. Imagine one day downloading the finished base and just walking around watching all this time. It'll be surreal. Yep. Yeah, it sure will. And let's have 2 stands just sitting here. Almost like guards. Just watching. Waiting. They're almost like gargoyles in a way, aren't they? It's very dynamic. I like it. Now then. Oh shit, I forgot about it in here. Oh, I forgot to put these in here. Oh, it's easy. That's easy to fix. I love that it multiplies the armor itself, so that I don't have to worry about it. Oh yeah, it was surreal to do with Space Valk 1. Imagine 2 or 3. Well, you'll get your chance one day, don't worry. Now then, back to painting, placing. Now I forget what this one is. But if I'm not... Oh, it's a desert. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, this is a 4x3. Oh, that one rotated. Oh, phew. And then that has another bottom row. Oh. Maybe not. Oh, that's the upper one there. Okay. Poop. Okay, so this is the 3x3 meant to occupy the top. Simple fix. So, there we go. So, I went to go and see Dune last night. Spoilers ahead. Okay, good. Now that everybody who is potentially going to get mad at me spoiling that. It was a trip. It was very loud. We got the Atmos theater experience. It's like this weird sort of three-dimensional... Like they just... In all honesty, it was an excuse to have it be very loud and vibrate the hell out of you. It wasn't a bad experience, just a bit excessive. But overall, it was a really nice, really good movie. There we go. I believe that's a sunset of some island somewhere. Now, did I have... No, that's it. Okay. So from here on, it's all... useless map after useless map after useless map. But yeah, there we go. So these are the map arts that I've chosen. I think they represent the place pretty well. Sort of gives you a glimpse into the the world that we don't live in, you know? I like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I thought all the acting in Dune, it really, they hit it out of the park. Dune was a long-awaited movie that pretty much every sci-fi buff will tell you has been monumentally influential for decades. It has been. It's just been. It's been something that people can't really get right. They've tried so many times, and I think they're going to hit it out of the park with this one. I really do. It's just a matter of time to see if they can make it work or not. So, you know, we'll wait and see. Okay, good. So, Dune just... I really liked how they didn't make you... They didn't draw it out too long. You know, it was a longer movie than I thought it was going to be. But, like, it was enough just go, 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 go. You just didn't have to worry about the story beats too much. It kind of made it... It flowed well, I guess is the best way to put it. It just worked. I'm trying to be as generic as possible without genuinely spoiling anything. But I did really, really like it. I'm hoping we can get that sequel, which apparently they've greenlit the sequel. So they're busy doing that. I hope we can get a sequel in somewhat short fashion, like by this time next year. Well, no, that's right. They just got greenlit. Never mind. It'll be another 2 years before they finish that sucker at least. But oh well. I think it'll work out, you know? I really do. This is a movie that beat out the Halloween remake, and I'm excited. I haven't been to a movie since, like, The Hobbit, because it was just so terrible. Like, I didn't want to give Hollywood my money. Just, I didn't trust them. This is something different enough that I could justify it, you know? Do I like Bedrock Edition? No, I really don't. I really kind of wish Bedrock Edition would be something else, to be honest. Bedrock Edition has never tickled my fancy. It's bug-riddled. It has hackers and problems in it that we really didn't have in Java. I don't know. I feel like Bedrock is not as fun because it's more, I don't know. It's child focused, and you can tell. That and the interface is too clunky. Minecraft just isn't meant to be played without a mouse and keyboard. Like, I'm convinced that it just doesn't work without a mouse and keyboard. And you can try to justify it any other way you wish. I just don't see it. I'm sorry. I can't. I literally can't even. Oh no, Bedrock has infamous hackers. What are they going to do? Well, it's more like Bedrock has, like, shitty practices. Bedrock doesn't seem to have its shit together. And Bedrock feels like the officially Microsoft shilled version of the game, you know? Like, the most obviously, I don't know, what's a good word for it? The most obviously, we're going to shove features down your throat and you're going to like it kind of version. That's what it feels like to me. Bedrock is... Ugh. It doesn't have the modding capacity. It doesn't have the community that Java has built up. You really can't replace these things. These are essential pieces to the puzzle, as it were. You can't just... I get the feeling they're gonna like try to herd everybody there one day. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, but that's the feeling I get, that, you know, one day they're gonna be like, Java, what's that? And you're just gonna be, you know, like with the account migration, you're gonna be left in the lurch, unable to play the game. And this is one of the best games of all time so far. There are very few games that come anywhere near Minecraft, especially in terms of potential. Minecraft has such a high potential. It would be a shame for them to just waste it with stupid shit. To just destroy that potential with, oh, well, you know, microtransactions and inferior platforms and poor customer service. Like, but that's Microsoft. That's pretty well what we kind of expected when they announced the Microsoft merger. Such a damn shame. Really is. Thinking I want to wrap these stairs around like this. I'll shave these bits off. Sort of make all the staircase pieces homogeneous. Ooh, I like that. So anyway, but enough of enough Minecraft related bitching. I do way too much of that. Let's get to everybody's favorite segment. Questions with Yak. Alrighty then. Let us see here. Opinion on girl with the pearl earring. I don't have one because I don't know what that is. Never seen it, never watched it, never heard it, never read it. I don't know what that is. Don't have one. Now, some of you are probably wondering, well, why didn't you research it? Why didn't you look it up? Because I don't care. And that's really all I can say about it. Like, I only care about things so much, you know? And yeah, girl with the pearl earring just didn't sound fun or interesting. And so I just thought, meh. It's whatever. And so I didn't do anything. The end. Now then, let me go ahead and move my questions page over here. Okay. What do I think of myself? Ooh. That's an interesting one. I think I'm a pompous jerk with too much of an ego, who can't stand to have his opinions criticized. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't really think too highly of myself, though sometimes I do. And I know I shouldn't. I try to not, like, get a big head. But, like, I've been told a lot, especially lately, that, you know, oh, Jack, you inspired me for this. You've shown me that, and then I've done this, and there's some really genuinely cool things that people have done because of, you know, videos, these streams, this building, older buildings, things like that. Like, I can't deny I've had an impact on people. People like seeing the things that I've done, and I still find that weird, but I guess I can live with it. If that makes sense, you know? It's strange enough that I still don't really know what to make of it, that someone is willing to watch me slap blocks together for hours on end, and somehow they like the results. So hey, more power to you. If you like that, fair enough. You like what you like. I'm not going to criticize anybody for liking anything. Just one of those things. Here we go. Yeah, I'll put a nice little lighting ring around this. Ooh, yeah, I like that. I got my Optifine working again. Not quite sure what happened. Apparently the mod got taken out of the proper folder or something. But that got fixed easily enough. Okay. Looking good. Looking good so far. I'm going to put a little staircase there just to yeah, that's what I wanted to do. But anyway, Poncho Hamster, were you having internet troubles, May? I hope not. I wasn't lagging. You were. No, I don't know, man. Sometimes, you know, shit like that happens. If it starts buffering, I'm so sorry. Anyway. Oh, this next one's a doozy. Explain all of my encounters with Pop Pop. I don't know where to begin. Like, I really only had 2 major encounters with the dude. The first major encounter I had was in early 2013. And this is one I instigated. I went out of my way during the minecart 1.5 minecart dupe. I went out of my way to both antagonize and try to kill him. I was not successful. He killed me, and then he pearled away the second time. And I think that was it. And then the dupe was patched not long after that. And so I ran out of gear to fight him with. He, as it turns out, had stacked armor. So there was no way I was ever going to kill him. But obviously I didn't know that. And yeah, that was it. He shit-talked us. Obviously everybody has seen Fast Vincent's video on how we killed him at STP. The spawn teleport stuff. That was fun. There's really not much more than that. It was really just that. We killed him at STP. He bitched. He made himself as much of an annoyance as possible. And then later on in the year, he rode to the lands using a horse because we inadvertently showed him how to do it. And then he robbed from my stash, and that was it. And I literally never saw him again in-game. He did go to Space Valkyria using the Tell-at-A exploit. He found out where it was. That was it. Pop Bob never really caused any more trouble from that point on. And yeah, like, I have heard very, very, very little about him since. He did in Grief Space Valkyria, Jared and Talo did. Come to find out, Talo, oh man, Talo was a mess. But obviously it's not about Talo. Just that, you know, Pop Bob didn't really have, like, he didn't have it out for me specifically. Even though, funny enough, I had it out for him. But I never really gave a shit. Like, it never really mattered beyond that. If that makes sense. I'm just very happy that I never had to suffer his wrath, so to speak. Because I know there are people who did. There are people who were very, very much targeted by Pop Bob back in the day. Whoops. And, you know, Pop Bob could be an asshole. Most certainly. But apart from that, he didn't really go after me the way he went after people like Chris Layton, DSG 3000, a few others. He really went after some of those people. Oh my god. Like, those of you who've never heard the name DSG 3000, or no, DSG 3002, that was his name. He was a notorious spammer back in the day. Nobody liked him. Made himself as much of a nuisance as he could. People from 2B2T found out what school he went to. I forget how. And they doxed him, figured out who he was, and he just kind of got ran off the server and never heard from him again. Mostly irrelevant. I'm sure there are a million people who've been doxed, scared off the server, and just never showed up again. You could probably fill a phone book with people who have had that happen to them. Oh well. Nothing I can do anything about. But yeah, that's pretty much all that was. But see, Pop Bob in the early days was especially antagonistic toward people, especially people like DSG. I really couldn't tell you why. Other than that, he just seemed very scattered. Pop Bob was never, like, coherent to me. He would, like, try to shit talk you. That was coherent enough. But, like, if you tried to get anything out of him, it's like talking to a brick wall. It's very weird. He was very surly and full of himself, you know? Yeah, I would just sum up it all as, you know, he was like a shittier version of the Joker. Pick your Joker, it doesn't matter. David Leto, whichever other Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, like, just pick your Joker. Like, he was a really crappy version of that guy. And I was a very shitty version of Batman. And that was it. That's really, like, the best summation that I can give you of Pop Bob. Oh, shit. Here we go. I just kind of got into the habit of ignoring him after a while. Pop Bob was never somebody to take too seriously. And so I just kind of was like, nah. If I meet you, I'm going to kill you. But other than that, I've got him on permanent ignore. And so I did. And, I can remember him bragging about coding-related things, which is not something I was ever really into, so I never really understood half of what he was talking about sometimes. And that was it, pretty much. I know I keep saying, well, that was it, but I keep remembering tiny bits and things here or there. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about the wrath of Pop Bob anymore, or anyone like that. No, it was always the wrath of Tristan that was genuinely detrimental. He was the guy you had to watch out for. So yeah, that was that. It was all my encounters with Pop Bob. Literally, you can name them all on one hand. But that's good. I'm glad that shit's over. My favorite dream, if I remember it. Sorry, I don't. I don't remember my dreams, if I have any. I'm sure I've dreamed a billion times. Everybody does, from what I understand. But, like, if you ask me what happened in any of them, maybe I might remember a few days or a day or so later. But, like, don't people forget dreams? Isn't that just, like, normal? To just not remember what you dreamed about the next day or what have you? I know it is for me. So, I really couldn't answer that. Like, sorry, I just don't have any of them in my head that I remember. So a favorite dream is really not something I can answer. So sorry for the dud, but it do be that way sometimes. Or, yeah, let's go that way. I really like how this is shaping up here. Whoops. Wanted to kind of blend that in there. Feel like it's kind of missing. There we go. And then I'll put like that. Give it a little more extended depth. Wonderful. Okay. Next question. Do I like horror movies? And if so, which ones? There are some really good horror films out there. A lot of the classic stuff like Aliens, Nightmare on Elm Street, stuff like that. I don't get scared. I've mentioned that before. I'm really just not the type of person to go, ah, or to, in any way really, hold on. Ooh, caught that one. Oh god, that one burns. Anyway. But yeah, I'm not the type of person to get scared out of my head or anything like that. Just not a scare prone? Horror prone? I don't know. Terror prone? Yeah, I guess terror prone would be the right word. I'm just not that way. I don't really care about scary shit. It doesn't affect me. But I do really like the premises of a lot of these movies, so, like, I'll watch them. But I don't get scared from them, so it's not the sort of thing that that's not why I'm watching them, you know? Kind of ironic, a lot of people will watch those types of movies in order to get scared. I don't know why, but they do. I'm not one of them. I like them for what they are. The premise is usually the draw for me. Silence of the Lambs, yeah, that's another really good one, Pancho. Never trust stairs, they're always up to something. Well, I can make stairs fucking behave. So there won't be any up to that they'll be doing. I feel like I've come to understand Minecraft stairs very well. They're one of the unsung heroes of the blocky world. They add so much. They really do. It's almost criminal how a lot of builders haven't really adopted them quite the way I think they should. But I don't know, that's just my opinion. Whose opinion are you gonna trust? Some dude on the internet? Some asshole who's giving you life advice on a live stream about a children's block game? I mean, suppose. Whoops. But hey, you know, I think you're better off getting your PhD in philosophy from the back of a cereal box than from me. So yeah, very, very interesting question about horror. Just love the way the slabs complement the terraforming. I know, I love slabs, stairs, like they just do so much. Okay, what was my original inspiration for Space Valk? I've mentioned this before, the Sky Temple of Autism, which in turn was also inspired by The Lens, which was a build by a YouTuber named Zisto many years ago. And yeah, it was beautiful. The lens was mostly made out of sandstone. Let me look at and see how this looks. I guess I don't really want that to be see-through all the way. Just kind of like have a thing. Something like that. But yeah, the lens inspired Space Valk 3, or Space Valk, which in turn inspired Space Valk, or which, excuse me, let me start over. The lens inspired the Sky Temple of Autism, which in turn inspired Space Valk, which in turn inspired Space Valk 3. So that's kind of the lineage of builds, if you will. It's a very strange progression from A to B to C to D and so on. It just goes in its own wacky direction. Oh. I should probably put more blockies there. So yeah. Speaking of the lands, what was the full name of the lands? The land of dwarfs and something bad. I'm not going to say it, Jean, not seriously. Like, stop. You keep trying to force that. That's a funny meme you got there, but you know I can't say that on YouTube. Snacky named it. 'Twas a labor of love. Funny thing is, Snacky's name, Snacky North, was not the original name that it was meant to be. He has a brother. And, yeah, he asked his brother one day, I think they were playing RuneScape, or they were starting RuneScape. He asked his brother what name should they take. think of. And he said cracky dwarf. And I shit you not, Snacky misheard it as Snacky Norf. So from cracky dwarf, it became Snacky Norf. And so that's how that name was born. There. That's a never before heard, behind the scenes, inside baseball kind of history lesson. I don't know. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, I guess that was a history lesson. But hey, you know, Snacky was very based. Very cool guy. I miss him. Spoke to him like 3-4 months ago now. It's been a while. Hope he's doing okay. He I don't want to like say anything about him, his history, or not his history, but his personal life. Just that he had a rough patch on 2B2T many years ago. And like then the bullshit with Cancer Chan and a bunch of other stuff. And then all of that happened on top of it. And it was just like, oh shit. Poor Snacky could not catch a break. Seemingly. Do I want to do it every other block? I think I do. So yeah, it was just a very unfortunate time. Thankfully, a lot of that is behind him. He's had a good life afterward. He got away from 2B2T. He has a girlfriend, I think. Has a life. He's doing his best. So don't nobody worry about old Snacky. If anyone was, I don't think anyone was, but you know. I'm too lazy to type stack. Oh, damn it. Let's just stack at 20. No? 2, 3, 4, 5. Stack at 25 without air. Perfect. Change these. Why did Oak get arrested in the army? For treason. Oh my god, that was terrible. Were you making a joke at the expense of Mr. Tree there? I feel bad for him if you were. Forcing him to have to put up with a terrible tree pun. That joke. That was also treason. Ramen ga suki desu ka? The few times I've made it, sure. I don't really like the store-bought crap. You know the stuff I'm talking about. And there really isn't a good Japanese restaurant around here for ramen. And I mean really high quality, good ramen. You're just kind of up the creek for that one. So I do enjoy making my own stuff. I don't make it terribly faithfully, I hate to say. I'm at a premium for ingredients, like... You'd be surprised how difficult it is to get a hold of, like, enoki mushrooms, bonito flakes. Oh my god, bonito flakes are absurd. It's because these things are specialty items. They're freeze-dried many times. They're not like... That kind of doesn't do the flavor and the texture any favors. You're just kind of stuck with what you can get around here. I live in the boonies. The boonies of Mississippi. And you gotta deal with it. But there is a decent Japanese restaurant like 2 towns over that I've been to once. But they primarily serve sushi, and I do not like fish. So. Yeah, that's right. I said it. I don't like fish. There are people out there who don't. Why? Is that weird? I don't like shrimp. I don't like fish. I don't like crab. I don't like... What other god-awful things do people dredge up from the depths? Shove into your craw. I don't know. Take your pick. Never been a fish person. As a result, fish, seafood, crustaceans. Can't get behind any of that. It is not my cup of tea. So yeah, it's not easy getting a hold of more exotic ingredients like that for like Asian cuisine and stuff. I think there's an Asian grocery around here somewhere. I couldn't tell you where. I've never been to it. I don't feel like looking it up, to be quite honest. I'm lazy when it comes to like, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Like, just whatever. I'll sometimes just default to whatever and not think about it too hard. That's a little bit of better archway, I think. Let's move it forward one, however, it needs to be flush with this outer portion. There we go. So yeah, thanks for the question, GI Key. Huh? Oh, wait, was that not... Oh, that was DI Key. Okay, it was Jean Knott, who very obviously ran something through Google Translate. Super Jean Knott asks... I'm not really sure. これは、私はこれを Google 翻訳でタイプしました。So you typed through Google Translate. You typed this through Google Translate. Okay. Sorry, that took me a hot second. But yeah, I understood, I guess. Whatever. Google Translate is looked down upon for a reason. Although personally, I feel like Google Translate and DeepL, speaking of, isn't a terrible tool if you know what you're doing already, or you're trying to like, I don't want to say learn, because you really shouldn't learn from those things. It's more of a pseudo double checking kind of thing, because what a lot of people don't want to do, what they don't want to like give credit, is that these translation resources are getting better every day. They're getting shockingly better, and they're not like going away. You know, there will be a day where translator programs will be the norm. They might even one day replace humans. That's how good I think they will get at some point. Now that point's not anywhere near right now, but in the next 20 years, I don't know. You may see the world turn upside down in ways you didn't anticipate. So, you know, as weird as that is, like, translation programs exist for a reason. And people have poured way too much time and way too much money into them to just kind of be like, well, translating programs are never going to be chic. Therefore, we should just give up. No, not at all. You better get used to the idea of these things existing. And I know they get under your skin. A lot of people don't really like how they kind of encourage the lazy approach. And I agree, they do. But that being said, they're going to be an invaluable resource forever. Especially when they actually do get good enough to replace human translating. So I wouldn't be shocked if one day we're all using those to communicate. A Google app of some kind, maybe. We'll see. Only time will tell. Okay. So this back area, I think I'll make a bedroom. Sorta, kinda. Not really sure. Really liking the vibe, though. Oh, but anyway. Lands no... Shut up. Shut up, Jean Knot. Anyway. So next question. Let's just move on, shall we? Okay. Why is my profile pic Shinobu? Ah, from the Monogatari series. Because Shinobu was a really cool and interesting character. She is probably the most multifaceted character from that show. Like, only maybe one other character really grows and changes the way that she does. And even then, that's kind of iffy. She had a wonderful character arc. She is the most based character by far. She's cute, she's cool, she's funny, she's snarky. She's got like everything. Every trait you could ever want in somebody. Like, I just admire the hell out of her. Just because she's so well written and like so understandable. Despite being an almost 600-year-old vampire, who, by the way, yeah, she's a little girl. Don't be fooled by that. She can and frequently does transform and is shown in her original adult form. And her original adult form, she's a fucking bombshell. Holy shit. Just look up Kiss Shot. You'll see what I mean. Like, she is amazing. Whoops. And so, yeah. Yeah, she is a really cool character. I've often said this, like, jokingly. Shinobu is my spirit animal. But, like... that's not a bad one to pick. If you had to pick someone to be a spirit character or whatever, like, that's a good character to aspire to. At least I think. I don't know. You can think whatever you want about that personally, but yeah, that's how I feel about it. There, that is much more in line with how it should look. Oh yes. Okay. Put some smooth quartz. Just some small bits. Whoops. Here and there to accentuate. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And then put another rim around here. Alright, that looks cool. Except for the fucking fact she is a demon. Well, she's a vampire, not a demon. Fun fact, she is one of the few vampire characters that I think we've, or at least that I've seen in fiction. I've not read a whole lot of vampire fiction or seen a whole lot, but she's one of the few vampire characters I've heard that has legitimately we've seen both her origin as a human, how she became a vampire, and then her transformation into something just short of a vampire, which is her in the little girl form, and then her resurgence and return to being a full vampire, her return to being the little girl again, and there are story reasons why all of this happens, and then her eventual curing. And funny enough, like most especially in, I don't know if this is just something vampire fiction in general seems to attract, but vampire fiction tends to have the characters who become vampires be mopey assholes or just annoying or whatever. Her reason for becoming a vampire was like way crazier than pretty much anything I'd ever heard. And I don't want to get into it because it's a huge spoiler, but it's surprisingly well done. She's not just your standard run-of-the-mill vampire character that's like, oh, well, you know, she's a vampire, therefore she's this, 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 and this. No, there's a hell of a lot more to her than that. And I like that. I like the fact that there isn't just this cookie-cutter, cardboard cutout, you know, vampire character that just so happens to be witty or funny. No, she's got a whole lot of really interesting dynamics. And it really makes her character. Like, it really does. Just joined the stream. Someone want to tell me what topic? We were talking about my profile picture, Shinobu. Why she is the profile pic that I chose. And yeah, she's a really well-written character, really funny, really cool, just like everything. So yeah. I probably shouldn't have said she gets cured at one point. That's probably also a giant spoiler, but whoopsie. Just pretend you didn't hear that. Okay. I'm going to go to the upper room and change that now. But I believe this upper area needs a teensy bit of love. There's like nothing up here. It's just the blank walls. That can stay. Maybe I ought to put some paintings. Like a good 5x5. I don't have any. I'll have to convert. But I think it can work. We get what? 4 5x5s. No, I want to put that down here instead. Anyway. Let's see now. Next question. Favorite musical instrument? Oh, the electric guitar. Easily. The melodies, the riffs, the chords, all of it. Everything you can play on an electric guitar is just nothing short of amazing. I think it's one of the best instruments invented. The piano is a close second. Just because, you know, the piano has always had a lot of love for it. A lot of, like, I feel like the piano is a solved instrument, if you will. Like, there are great players. Contemporary players, long since no longer contemporary players, if you catch my drift. You know. But regardless, the piano has been done to death. There's nothing really new about the piano or about piano-based music that you're going to hear. There are great players who do this, who do that. And there may be better players who, like, invent new famous pieces of music for, you know, the next Beethoven or whatever. Okay, sure, fine, fair enough. But I think what made those composers, your Beethovens, your Amadeus Mozarts, your whatever, what made them so good was that they did things that really had never been done before. But the piano, in my opinion, this may be wrong, this may be an ignorant opinion, so, you know, forgive me. But in my opinion, it's a solved instrument. Meaning there really isn't a whole lot of crazy innovation to be done. The electric guitar, kind of also a solved instrument. Now that doesn't mean they're bad. That doesn't mean they're not fun or interesting. You will have another Eddie Van Halen pop onto the scene. You will have another... who's another really Ted Nugent. You will have another people, you know, people of that caliber. Yeah, they'll show up. They'll be, you know, there's probably always going to be someone of that skill level somewhere. That's good. Just that I don't think there's all that much more to be done, if that makes sense. It's an instrument that the heights are really high. There's a lot of really cool stuff to be done that you can do if you wish. But I don't think anyone's going to be reinventing the wheel anytime soon on that one. I know that sounds a little bit harsh, but I don't know. What do I think of the upcoming update? 1.18 is looking good, just purely as the height update. And in all honesty, 1.12 or 1.2 was also the height update, and that was okay. I know 1.2 had like iron golems and shit. Actually, 1.2 added a few things that are really good quality of life changes or additions. Things we really wouldn't want to live without, like shift clicking into furnaces and certain hotkey fixes, things like that. But like the predominantly big thing about those updates was just the height increase. That alone is going to offer so much for Minecraft. I'm loving that. That's the sort of thing we need to see lots of. 1.16 is another really good update that just offered so much. Really wish Mojang could kind of keep their act together long enough to make stuff like that. But who knows? We'll see. Can't promise anything. I'm still kind of miffed that Mojang never added the height increase to the end and the nether. In my opinion, that would have been the most simplistic thing. They could have added that so easily. And I just don't know why they didn't. But we're far too close to the update now for that to change. We're not getting the height update for those two. As sad as that is, we're just not. I've given up hope on it. So unless Mojang just suddenly shows up out of nowhere and is like, hey, we got you, fam. Mojang almost never does that. I think we just got a snapshot this morning, come to think of it. It didn't have anything of any real note. Just some bug fixes. That was it. You can tell we're in the end game. They're gonna, release the snapshot somewhat soon. That's how it is. So, expect there to be crippling bugs of some kind. When is there not? Every new update, I swear. Even 1.16 had its fair share of crippling bugs. But I think it'll be alright. We should see a really interesting update, if nothing else. So yeah, good 2 questions there. Thoughts on 2B2T now versus then? Oh. 2B2T now is a ghost of its former self. I really don't like answering this particular question just because it makes me seem like I'm crying in my beer about, shit that, quite frankly, nobody can change. It's well beyond anybody's control at this point. 2B2T is stuck doing what it's doing, being what it's being. At this point, I've come to accept it. I've left it. Just is what it is. I'm happy that I got the time to spend on it that I did. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on 2B2T then. Just that it was a really cool, fun time. You could do most anything. And there was a genuine feeling of you were definitely more alone more often than not. But now, you are not alone. No comms and other things have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that you're going to be tracked. Even if you're just a nobody, people are going to, figure out where you are. And they're going to do it through highly methodical things that you have no defense against. And you're fucked. You're going to get found. You're going to get your shit destroyed. And it's more a raw numbers game than anything else. And that's that. You got to deal with it. And that's not as cool. I'm all for hacking, figuring out how things work, making things work for you. But there is such a thing as going overboard too. And yeah, that's definitely what's happened. Yeah, no comms is patched, but it has already, the cat's out of the bag. It has set a precedent. It has already, it's too late. Patching it is just like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. It's too late to make things different, to change it from this new set precedent. And groups like, what are they? The newest project, the ones that Fit made a video on fairly recently. Who are they? Not the Omega Project. They're proof that the methodical machine learning, algorithm-driven approach to ruining people's shit, that's That's, no, it's not the Infinity Incursion. It's, Project something. I cannot think of who they are. No, I don't like that. Undo. They are run by Orson and like a bunch of other people. They griefed that server that Jeb was supposedly a part of, but obviously not really. That turned out to be a fake, by the way. The fifth column, that's it. Thank you. Yes, the fifth column are living proof that this approach to, you know, using botnets and, because I think Legerve of Baritone, he was helping work on that. Like, that's proof that that is the next level. You know, forget this team abolition shit where you just show up one day uninvited. Like, social engineering, all the human element has pretty well been boiled out of it. It's almost all 100% going to be algorithm driven, machine learning, you know, this, that, the other. We will figure out where you live based on, like, crazy, wacky shit you, again, have no defense against. No way to know it's coming for you. Just prepare. Prepare your anus. It is how it is. Such a shame, too, because, like, as cool as all that stuff sounds on the surface, I feel like that's boring, you know? Like, letting a machine figure out where someone is, figuring it out through chunk trails, it's impressive, but only to a point. It saps the fun out of doing it, you know? And the fact that there are autists who are willing to fly around, Fit included, and just, like, follow trails for hours on end. That right there, just like, what the fuck? Do something more important. Go cure cancer. But I know that's wishful thinking, and that is not how things work. Oh well. Just, oh well. What can you do? I'm at least happy that I don't really have to worry about all that stuff. I might be a little bit more annoyed if it was something that, like, directly impacted me. But thankfully it doesn't. So at least there's that, I guess. But yeah. Makes me wonder how hacking will be in like 10 years. How crazy outlandish it's going to get then. Like, is it going to be like RuneScape where there are nothing but bots playing the game? Where it's this person here on this network farming bots with coin, or farming coins with a bot. And this person over there, you know. And then just through raw statistical analysis, you'll be able to figure out where everybody's based, living, doing this, that, the other. And there just won't ever be any escape from that. Like, unless you just play on a private server with friends or something. Maybe. Ugh. That's just gonna be terrible. That's why people quit 2B2T. Yeah, exactly. No fun allowed, the server. Or rather, no people allowed the server. People will just botnet queue 99% of the time, and oh, it'll be the deadest server in the world with the largest player base. Yeah, I could totally see that happening. What a horrifying future. Truly the worst timeline. Oh well. I would be very interested to see what Mojang does about hacking in the future, because I have a feeling with all this Microsoft clampdown stuff, I have a feeling they're gonna like try to push something. I don't know what, but I have a nasty feeling we're gonna see it. Especially with, like, you have to have a Microsoft account to do this, that, or whatever. Oh, and then we can blacklist / ban you from life. And at that point, it really makes you wonder, like, is hacking gonna be the sort of thing that just... they'll just cuck your account forever? Man, I have been yawning so much. It is this fucking weather, I tell you. Everything has just gotten so uncomfortably cold now. Chilly and nippy. Ugh. One to 2 years down the line, Java will get the bedrock treatment. Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that is the case. We might have to worry about that at some point. Screw it. I'm gonna just put some lines of lights all around it. And then... just like that. Then I'll do the good old spider legs treatment. Ooh, okay. Next question. Should I finish the Monogatari series? Yes, 100%. That's probably one of the better anime made in the last 10 years. I hear they're getting the next season adaptation finished. I don't know when it will air, but it's coming. The Monogatari series is not finished, per se. Just that the main story is kind of resolved. There are still some, you know, dangling plot threads, but for the most part, yeah, we're, well, we are in a bit of a drought. Oh, shit. Huh? Whoops. I goofed. Okay. So yeah, finish the Monogatari series, whoever asked. You know who you are. I don't want to name names. But that person is seriously missing out. So yeah. Your friend wanted to know if I'm getting a cut of the profit for the new FitMC Space Valk merch. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't worry about it, buddy. That is not a question I can answer. Terribly sorry. Well, to be more specific, it's not a question I'm allowed to answer. So, don't worry about it. It's all good. I wouldn't be... You would be hearing me talking about this if it wasn't. So that should kind of be your tip-off that, you know, everything's A-okay. I can't say who, what, why, when, where. Just know that everything's okay. So don't worry about Jack. Jack can take care of himself. Don't you worry about Planet Express. You let me worry about blank. Yeah, I like that. Oh, I got me an idea. Oh, wait. Let's move this up. 1 block. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good. Right here. Move up. Wonderful. Oh wait. Shit, that's right. I was gonna have it inside the boundary. Well, in that case... Fuck, I shouldn't have moved this down. Okay, so from here to here. Replace air with black stained glass. Yeah, I kind of like that look. Might want to move this up though. I'm gonna have to replace those armor stands. Armor stands do not want to play ball when you move them. Entities do not like being moved via world edit. Armor stands are entities after all. Okay, next question. Can I play a musical instrument? And if so, which one? I cannot. I thought about learning electric guitar. I haven't necessarily eliminated that as like a possibility or as a thing I want to do. But I'm also, too busy doing other things in my life And B, I'm not musically inclined. Just not. I mean, I'm musically inclined in that I can sing, but like, I don't know how to read notes. I don't know how to discern what notes are which. Like, I just like music that I like, and that's it. I have a very, very, very entry level, I guess is the right way to put it, level of understanding about music. I make no bones about that. I'm not like, I'm not smart when it comes to music. I just like what I like. And so, you know, it's just one of those things. Like, I can't really, I don't think I'd be good at it, is the thing. I would be able to play, if I practiced enough, obviously, I'd be able to play other things that I've heard, you know, people's music and such. But what would that make me? You know, I'd just be copycatting other people's stuff. I don't know. Oh, hey, Benjamin Suss, you just woke up. Well, welcome. So yeah, I'm not really inclined to want to learn. Maybe at some point in the very far future when I'm like bored and I'm like retired or something, I'll pick up a guitar and be like, yeah, why not? At least that way, it's a good sort of retirement hobby kind of thing. I may just save it for then. But hey, who knows? How am I doing today? I'm doing great. Bath water. Do you hail from the great land of Bath, Mr. Water? Love that name, by the way. Can I encase? Whoops. Can I encase you in glass? The last time I tried to encase something in glass, it was an end crystal, and it fucking exploded on me. Such a shame. You can. Ooh, I like that. Okay. I'll keep it naked for now. Now, unfortunately, these are on a trapdoor, so I can't really, like, can't make them, they cannot occupy the same block. That's what I'm trying to say. But I do like the blocked-in look. So I'm probably just going to use it. A lot. It's really too bad you can't put a an item frame back here. Because if you do, it goes pop. Yeah. Takes it a minute to realize, but yeah, it goes pop. So once again, no fun allowed. But oh well. Let's get that. There we are. Perfect. Now then. Because he heard a bad joke. Oh my god. Dark meta, please. 5-point foul for negative or for bad punsmanship. Get enough of those and you'll be in timeout. And it might even be a purgatory. Better watch it. I'm watching you, Dark Meta. Always watching. Always watching, Wazowski. Always watching. Wow, I'm surprised I was able to break that out quick enough to keep it from falling. Usually gravity acts on these entities really quickly. Yeah, I like that. Let's make it fancy. The more fancier, the better. I mean, just look at these walls. They're predominantly empty. They really do kind of need something fancy to break up the dullness to them. Forgive you, Captain. Well, I'll think about it. If you push me too hard, I might not think at all. My finger might move faster than my brain. Yeah, that's much better. I'm gonna have to reconnect these in a different way. Oh, shit. See what I mean? Gravity gets you sometimes. Oh, I love this jam right here. It's got the perfect amount of, like, chill, swing, attitude with, like, just the perfect demeanor. The perfect vibe. I'm thinking this is a rich sort of art gallery type place too, except for, like, let's pretend these are statues because I can't change them, unfortunately. Much as I wish. Maybe one day Mojang will add a form of sculpting or something. Who knows? Okay. Favorite YouTuber? Ooh, that's a tough one. A person that I would watch whatever they put out, no matter what. Probably Rata. Rata is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi tuber, as they call it, who puts out really funny and interesting reviews of things. His sense of humor and his comedic timing are pretty much bar none. I can scarcely think of anyone who can, like, really just knock me on my ass laughing quite the way that Rada can. And back when I had my subscriptions visible to the public, I just got way too many questions about those, so I hid them. But back when I was still, you know, public about that, you probably saw... Well, what's his channel name? I'm gonna give him a shout out right now. There we are. Rank 10 YGO. Rank 10 YGO. That's it. And yeah, his stuff, if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan like me, his stuff is absolutely amazing. If you've somehow never heard of him before, well, now you have. Go watch him. He is nothing short of drop dead hilarious. I swear, he's made being funny like a whole new art form. It really is something. Oh wait, I didn't want to remove the armor stand. Or the black glass. There we go. So yeah, this is something of an upper gallery area. I really want these to be like sculptures or statues or something. But I don't really want them to be like displaying armor, because who gives a shit? Armor's everywhere. Especially in this place. Armor is not unique. Maybe in a survival world it is, but here, no. Armor is a dime a dozen. A diamond dozen, as they say. I'm gonna have to anchor... Oh! Come to think of it, since this central pillar looks kind of flimsy, I think I'm just going to anchor it to the ceiling. Yeah, I'll anchor it just like that. Wonderful. Perfect. Okay. Oh, hey, Smokey Bear, how are you? It's called armor because you don't want to lose an arm or a leg? Oh, God, dude. Ugh. I will give you a begrudging snicker. Or a begrudging... an uncomfortable laugh. How's that? You're really trying hard on those. Like, seriously, dude. Holy crap, I've never seen somebody be so dedicated to punning. I don't know if that's a good thing, is the thing. But, oh well. That's strike 2, Dark. Strike 2, Dark meta. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man. Oh, Bathwater has your number, Dark Meta. You better watch out. I don't want to think what might happen if I were to inadvertently mod him in the future or something. What havoc he might wreak on you. Ah, but don't worry, that'll never happen, probably. Possibly. We'll see. I'll have my agent call your agent, Bathwater. We can discuss it. Lovely. Okay, so that's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain lengths. 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go. Would I do a base tour on part C, 100? I have something planned for that, for part C. So I saw Universin, his thing. It's really, really cool. And, you know, he posted about it on the Reddit. And those idiots pretty well went about as silly as they could. But I figure that the real deal, the actual Space Valk 3, might actually receive some fairly decent positive press. Maybe. We'll see. And so for part 100, I planned on making a sort of I guess just like a big bad cinematic tour of the whole place, of what all I've got up to part 100. And we'll see where things go from there, if they should or shouldn't. It'll probably be fine. Okay. I'm really, really starting to dig this room. I just feel like it needs a tiny bit more. Well, that's the smooth stuff right here. Come on. Now then. Don't feel too bad. We loved it a ton. Yeah. Don't feel bad, Universal. It was really good. Okay. Is Space Valk 3 worth it? Final question of the day. I think so. If I didn't think it was worth it, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't have built this thing twice by hand on 2B2T. Like, of course it's worth it. Your mileage may personally vary on what you believe is worth it or not. You can do whatever you like, you can think whatever you like, but like, this is my magnum opus. Of course it's worth it. Why do you think I'm putting so much detail and love into every nook and cranny? Like, I can leave this wall like this and just say fuck it and walk off. But I don't wanna. I like how that's turned out. So, I mean, it's a matter of, you know, I guess it comes from the old adage of, you know, you're wasting your time with this, you're wasting your time with that. But me personally, I've always tried to ascribe to the idea of time spent enjoyably is not time wasted. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, if you, especially in my case, I've shown and done so much to this place, and a lot of people have said you've inspired me to this or that. That alone makes it worth it. Like, the seed has borne a little bit of fruit, you know? Nothing wrong with that. I really like where it's going. I want to keep going and see if I can drive it to, I don't know, somewhere. Some crazy extreme, I'm sure. I'm not looking to, you know, revolutionize the world or change everything as we know it. I'm just having fun. And that's not a bad thing. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. 100%. Like, I can't even believe that's a question. It's like asking, you know, was it worth it to go to the moon? Well, of course. I just realized the mistake I was making there. Here we go. So yeah, no, I mean, it's completely worth it. Like, I want this place to be the best. Just, period. This is probably the best thing I'll ever likely do. And I'm alright with that. You know, I want it to be a thing that I can look back on in 20, 30, 40 years. Because let's face it, you know, it's not going to take that long in the grand scheme of things to finish. Maybe another year at the absolute most. And that time is going to come and go in the blink of an eye. And I'll have decades and decades afterward to look back on this. So what do I want that to be? How do I want to remember it? Do I want to go, yeah, but I could have maybe done a little bit better here. Well, you know, it was good, but I maybe should have done this over there. Or do I want to put my all into it so that I can remember it as fondly as possible? So, I mean, yeah, of course it's worth it. It's worth it to give your all into something. In all honesty, I think you have to pick something in your life. You must pick something to pour all your effort and your hopes into, be it your career, your skills as an artist, your salt as a scientist. Something. Everyone must make that choice to one degree or another. Somewhere, at some point, you will have to put your all into something, because if you don't, you will forever be unfulfilled. There will be parts of your life that you will look back on with regret. And you won't have this overwhelming sense of accomplishment that many people are out there trying to get. And you'll be less of a person for not trying to get it. Is that what you want? And yeah, you may say, well, you know, this is a kid's block game. So? Like, the folly of ascribing greater meaning to something, when the big irony is that the universe has no grand unifying meaning. And by the way, you wouldn't want there to be one. You would be a slave to it. Anything that, if there were such a thing as a grand unifying meaning, you would be, you know, if you did something that didn't adhere to that, it would be worthless. So to say, you know, well, it's just a kid's block game, you know. Yeah, but nothing else is any more or less meaningful. Everything is equally as meaningful, in that only you will give it meaning. Only you can. That's the beauty of life. You're not you're not bound to someone else's meaning. Not really. You may think you are, but in reality, you're not. You're free to make your own decisions. You're free to find whatever you want to find out there. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's up to you. That's okay. Children's card games. Children this. Shitty Lego simulators. Like, at the end of it all, it's all equally meaningless in the grand scheme of things. Don't forget, a lot of this stuff is just stuff we do to distract ourselves from life as a whole. And not in a bad way, not in a negative way. Just as, you know, as a means to an end. There has to be meaning to life, but only you will find what that is for you at the end of the day. So don't go, you know, thinking your life is worthless. A lot of people who do that, they've tricked themselves into thinking, well, it's only worthwhile if it's worthwhile in this manner, in this one instance that someone else figured out, someone else decided, society has figured it out. No. You're living your life, nobody else. Don't fool yourself into thinking it's any different than it is. Oh shit, that went like way too far. Let's go for 11. Well, that's also far, but that's at least fixable. So yeah, don't get discouraged. You know, have fun having fun. Don't feel like, because this was a big problem that a lot of people early 2B2T had. They felt they were wasting their lives playing 2B2T. But again, time spent enjoyably is not time wasted. It's okay. You don't have to be beholden to someone else's sense of what is or isn't right, or what is or isn't meaningful. You live your life, no one else. As such, whatever will be, will be. Whatever you make it will be what you make it. You have the freedom to react to the things that happen to you. That you at least have that much going for you. You don't have to be so worried about it, you know? Okay, so I wanted this to be a bedroom. Put a little retaining wall here. Something like that. So yeah, don't worry about it. Space Valkyria is worth it. Space Valk 3 is worth it. Minecraft is worth it. Life is worth it. But only if you're willing to want it to be worth it. Nothing is worth it if you don't want it to be. So don't feel pressured or embarrassed or anything like that. Be happy. There we go. Oh shit, this is one block not wide enough. There we go. That kind of... Actually... Let's go out another... No, another 2. And then same in this direction. There we go. That makes that wall just a little bit broader. And then... move these over one. There we go. Nice little decorative thing. And then this is the bedroom proper. Something like that. Not quite sure what to do with it though. Decent little bit of stuff. This is obviously a much more lavish mansion of sorts. Come to think of it, there's no kitchen. Maybe it shouldn't be a mansion then. Maybe another art gallery. Yeah. Since that's already pretty well the vibe I've established here. Smooth. Let's get regular. 3, 4. Okay. All right, I'm pretty satisfied with it. I've just got to get more of that. Whoops. And then I'm thinking, since I'm just going to make this an art gallery, more stuff there and here. Wonderful. And then something... Oh. Okay, so I've got... I could do another... like that. Get a secondary. No, that gap needs to be just a bit bigger. Move it like 3 blocks, 4 blocks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we've only got 5 back here. Let's move it over just 2. 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, that's much more balanced. Much more balanced. And then we'll put paintings and things. It helps if I take note of how big it's going to be ahead of time. Lay that out first. That way it's much more controlled. Big 5x5. Ooh, that'll look nice. turn, you see some there. Just some more smaller minor paintings here. Wonderful. Okay. There we go. Yeah, this is much more like a gallery than anything else. And then I guess from here, you can really only barely see up there. I'm not sure what I'll do with the armor stands. I want to make them do something unique. I know you can use commands to pose them too, so I'll think about that. Jack the Philosopher. Well, I've always been that way though. Like, you guys are just now hearing this, but I've been this way for over a decade. Since well before I joined 2B2T. Okay. Put another painting there. And then if I'm not mistaken, I had one starting up there. So that's what, 3 blocks above. 2, 3. Yes. Okay. That's gonna look good. Oh yeah, I meant to put more candle. More of the candle holder. I guess I didn't bring a flint and steel with me. But yeah, I meant to make more of these. Whoops. I love that. That's such a wonderful find. I wonder who had it first. Oh, that's right. You gotta climb a ladder to get up to here. This ought to have some cool gallery-related things on it, too. Paintings you can only see once you're up here. You can only see these paintings when you're sufficiently high. Off the ground, of course. Why? What kind of high did you think I meant? Unless, of course, you enjoy smoking dude weed lamau. You filthy degenerate. Yeah, I forgot I made this little upper area. Oh, come to think of it, this area down here doesn't really serve much of a purpose either. Can't really see the paintings up there from down here. So perhaps... well, we can place paintings flat. That's what, 5? So we can do a 5 by 5 here. But then, I don't know, you can walk up here is the problem. Wouldn't make sense for you to be able to stand on it. Let's just patch that up real fast. Oh yeah, I've also meant to do this. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry, had to catch a sneeze. This is the second one this stream. Phew. Those always send me reeling. I don't know why. Sneezes just destroy me. Ooh. Thankfully, that's all of it. Okay, I'm gonna place a nice little 3x3 here. This room doesn't have any in it, and it probably should. Or wait. This whole building is just going to destroy people's frame rate when it's finished. But, oh well. Okay. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. You're not really going to look too far up there. Oh, that's right, you can burn armor stands. I forgot about that. Oh well. Let's make... Where should I put some... Right there will do. This is probably the last major detail I'm going to put. Oh wow, you can put more than one on. Okay. How bright is that? That is significantly brighter. I was under the impression you could only put one. Well, I still like it being just one because it's in the dead center. I don't know. Might be coming back to that. Depends. In my opinion, this is the only good use for copper. It's just making these candle stands. Okay. So there's nothing to really look at up here. Trying to pick out a good spot to put a painting or two, but I don't know. Maybe up here? That's not a terrible place. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. Shit. My trigger finger is always sloppy. All right. I have 294 questions left. Oh, goody. Well, I've saved them all, so I'm not worried. Sorry, Jay, but thank you. Yeah, that Discord is, that channel is just absolutely full. Which I don't mind at all. Like, that gives me a good long while to chew through all those questions. Sure, why not? I think I'll add another 5x5 right here. That's fine with me. I will get to it, don't worry. Okay. All right, that's smooth, chiseled, quartz pillar. Okay, cool. I might put something in this area, a design of some kind. On the fence about it. What are my opinions on the... Oh, LGBTQIA, oh my god. My opinion is they need to shorten their acronym thingy. It's far too difficult to say all of that. And as a result, I'm not gonna. That's the only thing I can really say on the matter. Okay. Oh. I like these weird little box sculpture things. Kind of add a certain charm to the place. It's not a bad charm, I won't lie. When did Space Valkyria start, and what was the reason of it? It started because I was bored, pretty much. I had a really cool idea on my hands, and I wanted to go make it real. I felt that time, early 2015, was the best time to do it. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. It was, in fact, the worst time to go and start and end base. But, that being said, it wasn't bad overall, just like... And see, the thing is, if I had waited a year for 1.16, the Russia War would have happened. So, or not 1.16, if I'd waited a year until 2016 for 1.9, 1.10, and so on, the Russia War would have happened, and then what? Like, that would have not accomplished anything. I would have been in the exact same situation. And that's all there is to it. So, everything happened the way that it happened. It wasn't terrible. It was overall a really nice experience. If I had to do it over again, I would be smarter about it because there were certain things that I definitely could know. Obviously, I'd have the benefit of hindsight. But yeah. It was a fun, interesting experience. Good time. One I will certainly not forget. There we go. All right. Well. Server. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just reading something. Alrighty then. Well, that's gonna do it for me for today. Let's go pose in front of one of these cool new paintings. Well, that is gonna do it for me for today. I will catch y'all some other time. Y'all have a great night. Thank y'all for coming out. Stay safe. And I'll see you all again Friday. Genius Art Simulator Friday. It's an honor to meet me. You're such an amazing person. Super. Well, thank you. Thank you, Itzy Sarah. Y'all take care. Bye. Have a good one. Oh my god, my hotkey worked. Hell yes. I feel accomplished. Bye.